에이 씨발 진짜!
야, 이게 왜 이래 또?
우리는 우리가 제일 문제잖아. 우리 걱정만 하면 되잖아. 어? 아빠. 아빠. 우리한테 집중 좀 해줘. 응? 우리한테. 윤기사 말고 나한테 제발 좀.
The film Parasite by Bong Joon-ho follows a lower-class Kim family as they struggle to escape the slums of Korea. Luckily for the Kims, protagonist Ki-woo scores a job as an English tutor for the wealthy Park family. Eventually, through deceit and manipulation, Ki-woo manages to employ his whole family under the Park household. While many would consider the Kims' actions immoral and very much illegal, it's very hard to condemn the Kims given their circumstances and lovable characters.
외동딸 일리노이 시카고.
At the end of the film, karma strikes back at the Kims and leaves them with less than they began with. The film's morally ambiguous tone left audiences wondering, was the Kims' fate truly deserved? According to care ethicist Virginia Held, the Kims only have one moral obligation, to look after each other. In the paper, The Ethics of Care as a Moral Theory, Held states that the moral claim of those dependent on us for the care they need is pressing, and that there are highly important moral aspects in developing the relations of caring that enable human beings to live and progress. According to Held, humans naturally care for those who are dependent on them, such as children and family. This claim is reflected several times throughout the film, from Ki-woo's desire to help his family leave the slums, to Ki-taek trying to save his dying daughter. Furthermore, Held writes that the central focus of the ethics of care is on the compelling moral salience of attending to and meeting the needs of the particular others for whom we take responsibility. Therefore, according to Held, the Kims' moral obligation to each other outweighs their obligation to driver Yoon, the Parks, and the basement couple. Because the Kims acted to meet the needs of those who they are responsible for, each other, Held would argue that the Kims' actions are ethically permissible and that they should be forgiven. Conversely, philosopher Immanuel Kant would argue that the Kims' actions are ethically impermissible. In the paper Groundwork for the Metaphysics of Morals, Kant states that all moral concepts have their origin entirely in a priori in reason. Moral concepts cannot be founded by an abstraction from any empirical knowledge or, therefore, from anything contingent. Rather than the Kims' emotional, care ethics-centered philosophy, Kant believes that ethics should be rational because rational behavior can be universalized. This means that Kant condemns all acts of lying, stealing, and violence, no matter the intent, because if this behavior was universalized, society would become unbearable. Personally, I believe that the Kims' actions were ethically impermissible and that they shouldn't be forgiven for their actions. Similarly to Kant, I believe that if the Kims' actions were to be universalized, society would fall apart. However, I understand how the Kims' circumstances may have affected their morals and actions. Overall, Parasite is a great film that offers a fun, morally gray storyline. It teaches audiences about different experiences and perspectives to help us reflect on our own morals and actions. That concludes my ethical analysis on the film Parasite. Thank you for watching.